do the impossible, impossible.
It's week 16 of the NFL, and we've got the Chargers' towering tight end. He's making a push for 1,500 yards and whatever else he can get. It's the
holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in week 16. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes. Right. So there's a lot of good that he did. But he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Myles Garrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading him out is their quarterback, the former 12th overall pick. Some refer to him as the natural, Deshaun Watson. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. And that's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot. C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. The Browns had 8 and 6 now on the year, and they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. From the 50, it's Watson. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers' 23. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick Chubb. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, Watson. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
They'll try to run with Edmonds. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A 10-play drive that time. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. Herbert. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Now it's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They run it again with Chubb. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 12 more yards there and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. Touchdown! Nick Chubb. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Chargers, nothing.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To the air again, Herbert. That's again complete to Palmer. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers! Josh Oliver, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Watson, off play action, steps away. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things
touchdown. A great play there. As the first half is winding down. And the Chargers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. The final shot before the break. Watson taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So, all right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. from the gun. Here's Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 41-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 18. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Second down, here's Chubb again. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And now to the races, down the right side. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
He'll get this to Eckler. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert. This is caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Hopkins' kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the 2nd half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And the Browns getting set to go.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half.
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down at near the 47. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And Chubb will try the middle here. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Taken down, 41, a gain of 12.
to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Up the middle, it's Chubb.
He'll get this down to the 38.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
127 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Handoff comes to Chubb. Runs over it. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Chubb is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
17.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture of the AFC.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Browns drive about to get started. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Watson now to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. A give. This is Chubb. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation. And taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now. A lot of pressure here for Cade York. This will get the lead up to 7. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, Austin.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Herbert to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Pride. And the Browns are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for Cleveland, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year.